So it's just one of those things where it's the pressure of the moment.
Now you just got to go and win it. Now this is going to be a complete and utter free-for-all. The referees aren't going to call anything. Sabonis, Karnowski are just going to try and plow BYU's big man. It's going to be a free-for-all. Somehow, what you've got to come up with.
What you cannot have is a loose ball foul, because that'll be 2 free throws. A loose ball foul against BYU, that is. So McClellan for a second free throw. Kafusi and Andrus on the block.
He has to miss it.
Sabonis and Karnowski on their left hips and right hips, respectively. McClellan at the free throw line. Free throw is up. Free throw is good.
What are they doing?
71-70 with 2.6, and Andrus is fouled with 1.5.
Crazy. Why they made that? It's... Well, Coach Few is like...
Now Andrus with 1.5, and Mark, on this one, make or miss the first. I think do you intentionally miss the second? 1.5 is too hard to get the ball down and up anywhere.
Miss it.
A loose ball would basically seal the deal. 71-70. Andrus with the first of 2. BYU by 1. 1.5 to play, and the free throw is good. 72-70.
You might want to make it to take any chance of losing the game out of it.
So maybe
either way, you make or miss is fine, but don't let Pangos get a shot.
Gonzaga, no timeouts left. No timeouts left. Now, if Andrus makes it, you cannot lose in regulation. But the fact that Gonzaga will have a shot here,
I deny Pangos even touching the ball out of his free throw.
Andrus for the second of 2. 72-70, BYU by 2. 1.5 to play. Zags, no timeouts. Free throw is good. It's a 3-point game. Fisher checks in. Andrus checks out. And Gonzaga will get a shot from the end line. Timeout BYU. A full timeout will stay right here with it. BYU by 3.
Foul again.
With 1.5. Yeah, foul again. But the only problem is if you foul too late, because it's going to be basically a catch and shoot. It's a catch and shoot motion. So if you foul the player that receives it, you're risking fouling a 3-pointer.
It's funny how you and I are going through this. The coaches are going through it, trying to figure out what's the best position. What I do know, one thing you want is to try and make the catcher of the basketball go away from his basket. Then it's almost impossible. But likely what they'll do, 3-quarter court pass to Sabonis or Karnowski at the free throw line. Maybe a touch pass as quick as they can. I don't even know if they can do that. But if not, you need to have a 3-pointer. But they're going to try and get it across half court to have any kind of look.
It was 2 years, 2 months, and 20 days ago, the last time Gonzaga lost a game in this building. December 8, 2012. 41 consecutive home wins for Gonzaga. That streak is on the line. And wouldn't that be something? If 17 years after that win in New Mexico, BYU ends another 41-game home court win streak. So here it is. 1.5 to go. BYU 73, Gonzaga 70. The Zags will inbound 94 feet away. They need a catch and shoot, maybe a dribble.
And Wiltshire's a tall enough guy that he can catch it in traffic and shoot it. Good shooter, 47% three-point shooter.
So it's one play. Coach Mark Pope coaching Nielsen to jump in front of the face of the inbounder, Kyle Dranginis, and that's what Nielsen's doing right now. Isaac Nielsen will guard the inbounder, Dranginis. Dranginis runs the end line. Dranginis gets the ball in to Wiltshire. Wiltshire from half court shoots and missed it off the rim. And the Cougars have slain the Giants in Spokane. 73-70. BYU defeats Gonzaga. The Cougars win it. They celebrate at center court.
Oh my. Oh my. That was tracking, man. It was tracking and he missed it. That was Kevin Nixon-esque and it just rims out.
The nation's longest current home court win streak is over. For the first time since BYU joined the West Coast Conference, Gonzaga has lost a conference home game. BYU did it tonight here in Spokane and never trailed a second in coming away with a 73-70 decision. What a remarkable weekend on the road for the BYU Cougars.
One of the all-time great wins in BYU basketball history, going on the road against the number 2 ranked team in the country. You need a big win. That's been what you talk about, BYU. They haven't had a big win. Well, NCAA Tournament Committee, I present you a big win. I mean, you don't get any bigger than that. Unbelievable effort right from the bat. Wow.
Man alive. 73-70. BYU defeats Gonzaga here at the Kennel in Spokane, Washington.
Senior night, 41 in a row here. Undefeated in conference. Unbelievable that BYU comes in here and does this to the Zags. And they're playing for something. They're playing for a 1 seed. This was huge for them, and BYU got it done.
By the numbers, there was only one team in the country that would have come in here and been favored tonight, and that was Kentucky. BYU came in tonight and never trailed, and won this one by a score of 73-70. Man, I wish I could be in that walk. Just if I could be in the doorway to see what's going on there right now.
Go, man. Go.
Because
hold down the fort.
It will be a scene in there tonight. Fantastic stuff here in Spokane tonight. The Gonzaga Bulldogs go down on the final day of the regular season. And with that, BYU, by the way, ties for second place in the West Coast Conference and takes the 2 seed in the conference tournament next weekend in Las Vegas. What a final day and final weekend for BYU. A couple of weeks ago,
seems impossible.
They look like a 4 seed.
Then they look Pepperdine. They've won 6 in a row. Unbelievable.
Then they look locked into a 3 seed. And now they're going to be a 2 seed next weekend in Las Vegas and finishing second. They can say they were the second-place team in this league that features one of the best teams in the country in Gonzaga, and they never got in front tonight. Phenomenal performance on an amazing weekend. And Mark, it was weeks ago that I brought up the fact that, remember that weekend in Albuquerque all those years ago? And history repeated itself in a different way, but the odds were still incredibly long. In 1998, it was a 7-win BYU team that went on and took down a 16th-ranked New Mexico team that didn't take the Cougars seriously. They thought they could show up and win, and BYU won it by 21. It ended a 41-game home court win streak. How amazing that 17 years later, it's the final weekend of February again, and it's a 41-game home court win streak again, and BYU comes in and pulls off the stunner. Better BYU team, but better Gonzaga team. Number 2 team in the country. No real adequate way to express just what BYU pulled off tonight. So it's just one of those things where it's the pressure of the moment.
Now you just got to go and win it. Now this is going to be a complete and utter free-for-all. The referees aren't going to call anything. Sabonis, Karnowski are just going to try and plow BYU's big man. It's just going to be a free-for-all.